we were talking about old age yesterday. Yeah, and how it happens to other people, but not to us. And then I mentioned about aging with grace, so I wanted to talk a little bit about that today, considering that aging is happening every moment, then how to do it gracefully. Because I look around and many people get very uptight about aging. I mean, you can see our whole society is rejecting aging. In traditional societies, the elders were honored for their wisdom and their experience. In our society, being young is being it, and it's assumed you know more when you're young and you lose it when you get old. Isn't it? The young are with it and on it, and old people are just, what do they know anyway? Okay? But the problem with that view is that nobody's becoming younger. So we're all in the process of getting older, which means we idolize what none of us are becoming. So that puts us in a very strange psychological state, of if younger is better physically, nobody's becoming younger. And if younger is better mentally, because, you really know much more when you're 16 than when you're 60, don't you? At least I thought I did. I was almost omniscient at 16. Yeah? Strange how that happened. And as somebody said, strange how your parents learn things as you get older. Yeah? But anyway, so if we have this kind of ambience in our society that aging is, you're becoming more dowdy and stupider and weaker and not so attractive, then it's setting the stage for people having all sorts of psychological problems about aging. And that refers to everybody, because like I said, everybody's aging and nobody's getting younger. Okay? And so then that's actually very good for the economy. Yeah, because then you can make lots of products that prevent aging. Now I want to know, how do you prevent aging? Yeah, because impermanence means that what exists in one moment, has ceased and something new has arisen in the next moment. So that's simply what aging is the cessation of one moment and the arising of the next moment. So how do you stop that from happening? You can't. Okay? So all these products that are supposed to stop aging, that's propaganda. It's false advertising, because nobody can stop impermanence. Yeah. But anyway, you can use Botox, and you can dye your hair, and you can, go to the gym and go work out, and you can do blah, 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 blah. And it's very good to do that. To keep your body healthy. I don't know about the Botox and dyeing your hair. It seems to me that would pollute the environment quite a bit. Yeah. But it's good for the economy, but taking care of your body is good, But making our identity fixed on the state of our body is a path to a lot of misery. Okay? Simply because the body's getting older, the body's going to fall apart. You look sometimes, the people who, when we're young, we look at, we go, wow, I wish I looked like them. Those are the people, I think, who often have the hardest time aging, because so much of their identity was hooked up with their physical looks, or with their physical strength, if you're a great athlete, or, whatever it is. So much of the idea of who you are is hooked up with that. And then, of course, as the body loses its agility and its beauty as it ages, then there's an incredible crisis inside of, well, who am I if I can't present myself as this very physically attractive, sexy person who has this great body, you know. And so then you start buying all sorts of things to try and change your body, but, you know, one moment becomes the next moment anyway, no matter how many of those products you use. Okay? So I think one thing that makes aging easier is when we realize that we're not our body. And as the 37 Practices says, our body is like a guest house. Yeah? So, you know, this is the guest house we're living in at this moment. And as we all know, buildings get older. and we just accept that. And instead of hooking our energy onto the attractiveness of the guest house, let's just be happy that we have a precious human life to start with, and we have the possibility to practice the Dharma and make our life meaningful, because this body, in any case, at some time or another, we're going to separate from. That's just the law of nature. Okay? And I think a sense of humor is also very helpful in this regard. You know, to be able to laugh at what our body is doing and how our body looks, instead of getting all upset about it, you know, and being able to say, yeah, you know, I have a lot of wrinkles and I have some flab. Or maybe you don't have any flab. Oh, I don't have any flab, but all my are these ligaments or sinews, you know, the things like in your neck and different places when you're really thin, those things all stick out. Look at that. I never thought I would have that. And, you know, and be able to laugh at what we look like. You're all looking pretty grim. Am I proposing something heretical or impossible? But really, I think it's much better for us if we can learn to laugh about it. And it's like, okay, my body doesn't look so great. You know, when did it ever look so great? When was it ever perfect? When was it ever, you know, without flaws? Yeah. And then we see, like, how much, you know, this Tibetan word namtok, which means like proliferation, or Lama Yeshe called it superstitious thoughts, believing things that aren't true. How much, you know, our namtok goes in and goes, but if I'm not attractive, people won't like me. Yeah, is that thought lurking somewhere in your mind? You know, when I'm old and I slouch, and I have wrinkles, yeah, gray hair, then nobody's going to like me. Maybe we're talking about our own prejudice towards elderly people. Yeah. But, you know, hanging our likability or our value as human beings on the state of this body is a losing proposition. Yeah. And so, you know, I mean, like I've said many times before, if people are going to like me, it's not going to be because of what my body looks like, either now or when I get old. Yeah. Because if people aren't going to like me when I get old because of what I look like, they're certainly not going to like me now because of what I look like either. And you know, are those the kind of friends I want? The people who like me because of what I look like? Are those going to be real people I can count on? Are those going to be people who have good values? Who are going to be reliable friends, loyal friends? No. Yeah. So actually, if somebody doesn't like me because of what I'm going to look like when I'm old, or what I look like now, it's just as well. That's completely okay. It's their choice. Yeah. Because my purpose in life is not to go around, you know, dazzling people with my good looks. You know, that isn't how I want to be known. That isn't why or how I want people to be attracted to me. And so, you know, disassociating our image from the physical attractiveness of our body. Okay, that's one element. We'll talk about some more as we go on.